this computer. All right. We're going to make the bramble hearts. And I know you guys have heard all this, but I'm just going to walk us all through so you have it for prosperity. So we're going to be making the wire heart, and we're using 36 inches of 20 gauge wire. You can use round wire, or this is a square wire, so it has a little bit more of an angular design to it. So you could use either one of those. And you need something that's 1 inch to 1¼ inch round. This is a little cosmetic, like lip gloss kind of case that I have Renaissance wax in. And so anything that's an inch to 1¼ inch, or you can just do this first part by looking, but it just works a little easier with a little guide. I'm going to start in the center of my wire. And I'm going to wrap this around 3 times. Oh, I'm getting caught up on my camera wire. All right, so we're going to wrap this around 3 times. And you could just make a loop 3 times without the guide, but works a little better if you have the guide. So once you get it wrapped around 3 times, you're going to remove the little guide that you have there, and you're going to cross the wire so they're about midpoint on your circle. You're going to have one on the left and one on the right. And you're going to take the wire and wrap it around from the outside in and then back to the outside. And you're going to do this 3 times. And then you're going to repeat on the other side. And this wire, I pre-darkened it, so it has liver of sulfur on it. So that's why you see it's making my fingers black. So I pre-darken it. You could use raw copper wire and then darken it with liver of sulfur extended life gel after you've made the heart too. Or you can use one of the plated wires, like this was the vintage brass wire. Okay, so I've wrapped around the circle 3 times on each side, and you can see I have this side is a little bit smaller and the top is a little bit bigger. So this is going to be my bottom of my heart, and I'm going to grab it with the chain nose pliers and bend it down to make a V. So I'm just using the pliers and my fingers to shape the bottom into a V. Just like that. And you can decide if you want your heart to be a little bit skinnier or fatter. That's up to you. Okay, and now I'm going to get to the center on the top here, and I'm going to bend it towards the bottom. I'm going slow as I bend this, because if I just pull it all the way down, it may not be exactly centered. So I'm going slow and reshaping the top of the heart as needed with the pliers. I'm just bending that downward to make the V. Now I'm going to take the pliers and reshape this a little bit. And there's my heart that I'm starting out with. And now I'm going to continue wrapping on the right-hand side. I'm wrapping around all 3 of the wires. And I'm leaving a little bit of room in between each of the wraps. And you can see this square wire definitely gives a different look because you can see the edge of the square wire, so it looks kind of cool. Okay, once you get to the center, you're going to let a little bit of the wire go over the top of the V, and that's going to be our little veil that we use to make this into a necklace. I'm going to keep going until I get to the other side of the wire here, this part. Okay. And you can kind of center the middle bail a little bit more. Just like that. And now I'm going to take the other end of the wire and wrap it around the back through the heart. And I'm going to pull it over to the other side of the heart. I'm going to wrap around through, around and through again. So the wire has gone around twice, then it's going to go up and over, and then wrap it around to the back. And I'm going to keep repeating this, crossing them over so that I have the wire is on both the front and back of the heart. And each one of these are going to be a little different. So don't worry about making these perfect. And if you're going to do these a little bit smaller, like you could do a 3/4 inch one if you wanted to do them for earrings. And then just know that your earrings are going to be sisters and not clones. So they're not going to be exact pairs. I'm going to take the other side and repeat. So I'm going to pull it up through the center of the heart, wrap it around. Oh, and just to get rid of this side, and I cut that off. And then wrap it, pinch that wire. And so it's not going to scratch anything. Okay, so I need to wrap it around my heart. And one more time. And I feel like I want that last one. Yeah, I want that last one. So you don't need a lot of wire to end it, so I'm going to cut that off. And then I can pull this through with my pliers a little bit easier. And the squared wire, I just ordered it from Amazon. It's copper squared wire, 20 gauge. Okay, and there's my finished heart. Now, if you want, you can take a little buffing block and go over the top of the heart. And this wire was blackened before with liver of sulfur, or if you have raw copper for your heart, you could throw it in liver of sulfur now. So this is the 20 gauge round wire, and the other was the square wire. And each one of these looks different. And I'm totally cool with that. So there are my 3 little hearts that I made, and now I'm going to figure out what kind of necklace I want to do with it. So you guys have any questions about making the little hearts?
I've taken that practice will make perfect. Oh, mine doesn't look. You guys see mine? How do I get that? Didn't come out that great.
I like it. So you could pinch the bottom to make it a little bit more sharp if you wanted to.
Uh-huh.
And you just do that by pinching one side and then pinching the other with your pliers.
Okay.
But I think it's adorable.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's defined more pointy.
Yeah.
Okay. Somewhat new and improved. I don't know.
Yes, there you go.
I can't see. I can't figure out
It's
how to
like,
get that
I
on.
know, same
Yeah,
here. Like, I don't
yeah,
know which way to go.
yeah.
Cute, Chris. Yay. Yeah,
Hey
that
now.
this is
Hey, hey.
definitely like I said, each one is different. I like them all individually for who they are, just like our little hearts, they're all different.
It's sort of like weaving with wire.
It is, yes. And I like their little naturey feel. They remind me of those grapevine kind of wreaths.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so let's see what I want to. And also, they look like a nest, don't they?
Mine definitely.
So again, maybe I would pair one up with a heart. I mean, with a bird. That would be cute. Or maybe a tinier bird.
I love those birds.
Thanks. We've been making a million of them.
When you use the liver of sulfur, do you just dip it down in and then right back up and let it dry?
Yep. So you'll dip it into the I use extended life liver sulfur gel, and you'll read the directions on how to mix it up into water, and then you'll dip it in, and then you'll rinse it off with clean water. And then I dry it with a paper towel, and then I take extra fine steel wool and go over it with the steel wool a little bit to remove a little bit of the black. And so that's all I do with them.
It's a cool technique that's not difficult, but makes it just gives it such a good look.
It's fun. And the extended life liver sulfur gel, I really like that because you don't have to worry about heating it up or dealing with those little rocks.
And that one little bottle lasts a long time.
It really does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm thinking, it just has to be a bird, doesn't it? Not just because I'm Heather Powers and everything has to have a bird on it, but it just looks so much like a little nest that I think a little lovebird on it would be perfect. Oh, make sure you turn your
really well with the series around several years, who was a frontier in this region, potentially with a ship full of illicit silver. Didn't even know my side.
There we go. So if you want to chat, just go ahead and unmute yourself, and then you'll be able to chat with us. But just remember, we can hear all the background noise in the background. So I'm going to decide what to do with this little guy. I do have some wire left over, so I'm thinking I'm going to use that. Of course, the hard part, what to do. Which beads to use? Which one do you guys like the best? I have a little dove, the red heart, or no, I'm so backwards with the camera, or the purple one. What do you guys think? Which one would you like to see in a necklace?
The lavender one's pretty.
It is, isn't it? Chris, did you see
Mhm.
that?
I did see the purple one, and it's so funny. Oh, sorry about that, guys. My uncle calling, check on my mom. I like the red bird better, even though
Purple's your color, right?
purple's my color, that red bird, like the one I just got, one of those, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with that color.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Really good. All right, guys, I gotta answer, so I'll be back.
Okay, Chris. So it looks like we've had several votes for the red. I'm just gonna mute again so that we don't hear anything private. Okay. And then just go ahead and unmute yourself if you want to say anything. So yeah, I think I'll go with the red bird because I had the most votes for red. And I'm just gonna dig around for some beads. I like that we have peach in the red bird, so I think I'm gonna highlight some of the peach colors because I'm more likely to wear peach than red. Does anyone have Valentine's plans? Here, I'm gonna stop the record button too.